All right. Here's what we got going on, guys. Zedd versus Legend. We got a semifinal in the winner bracket. Both these players have not lost yet. So Zedd versus Legend. Zedd did beat Jaz in a very close match. He played really, really well. Zedd certainly understands the map well. He's a tried and true blitz player. He beat Jaz 4-3. Legend beat Ed pretty good 4-2. So the winner of this goes on to play Quas. The loser of this drops down to play Jaz. Okay, simple as that. $200 tournament, winner taking it all home. Thanks again to the sponsors, Apple Syndrome, MS372, Schmo, Code Stella, Code Soar, and Jericho. Thanks, guys, for putting money towards this. Any money donated during this stream, I will match the money and put it towards next month's tournament. We got a new map, another $200, another batch of pro players. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing it every month. We're keeping it rolling. All right, Zedd versus Legend. They're both in here. Starting off Soviet versus Soviet. Yeah, Berg, the reason Berg has this next to him, that's the shame monster next to Berg because Berg is quitting out of the tournament. So because Berg is quitting out, Zane gets an automatic win. So anyway, that's why the shame monster is next to Berg. All right, let's get it going. Get those predictions in. Small, if you put that prediction up, be sure to close the prediction as soon as the match starts. Get those predictions in, guys. Get those blitz tokens bet. He's not sitting out. He quit out of the tournament. He said he's gonna be out of town for the championship, so he just didn't want to play anymore. So he's abandoning us. Berg is abandoning us. All right. Which is good for Zane, because I think Berg actually beat Zane on this map before. But Zane's looking super, super strong. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It happens. You get 8 players like this. It's kind of expected. One person dropping out is actually pretty good. All right, all right, all right. Oh, intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another round of the Blitz World Series.
All right, all right, all right. Here we go. We got Legend in red in the top left, fighting out of Jordan. We got Zedd in yellow in the bottom right, fighting out of Algeria. Tried and true blitz players in here. They both already picked up a win in the tournament, both hungry for that $200. You know, Legend, obviously a traditional, much higher, traditional Red Alert 2 in a much higher level, but Zedd, Zedd has a lot of blitz experience, certainly more than Legend. And it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of leverage that here. And Zedd's, you know, surprised us already in this tournament. I mean, he beat Jaz. No one really expected that. He's looking really strong. I was talking to him before the match. Zedd can kind of get in his own head. You know, that's one thing I'm always dealing with him is he's always kind of doubting himself. But yeah, he actually seemed like he had some stuff in store. You know, he understands Legend's play, and I think he's going to try to give him some diverse looks here. You know, the key to victory for Zedd is to not play Legend's game. To try to throw him off a little bit, mix and match, give him some different looks, try to give him something he's not expecting. So both players build right towards each other on the left side there. Legend opting for a couple sentry guns, Zedd taking out a bunker. Bunker is a good move here. It can outrange those sentry guns. Yeah. And Zedd, both players very, very similar. The Soviets versus Soviet matchups always so interesting to see from players. And Zedd gonna go up on the cliff here, and Zedd could go up on the cliff and maybe get something done. The bunker, now that bunker, I think Zedd will win that bunker battle. Couple sentry guns as well. This is tricky. Zedd has some decent things going on, but Legend taking that cliff is big now. Oh, but a little missed tank control there from Legend. So that controlling that plateau is really, really big here. The higher ground makes a big, big difference. Oh, and a super early deso from Zedd. It does put him broke. That early radar, you do pay a price for it. But you know, for the time being, if he can make something happen with that radar or that deso, could be nice. Legend out with a second war factory. Don't think he has the money to support that. That's a pretty early second war factory, but I'm not the kind of guy who's good enough to question Legend. So we'll see. He is on 4 oils right now. Brings out that second war factory. If he can sustain it, it will put him ahead. And he is broke, but he's not bottoming out, so his production's not slowing down. Wow, Legend is managing his money. Oh, and so Legend bringing out the radar, that will probably put him start bottoming out. But he's actually, those 2 war factories on 4 or 5 oils, you know, we some meta-defining tactics right here possibly. Missed tank control does let one tank get out of position and get taken out there. Zedd able to pick it up. Zedd out now with the Tesla coil and on his second war factory as well. Lawmaker. Thanks Thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. So, Legend has better map control. Legend has secured both plateaus and now pushing his battle lab. So this tech is going to be a little bit scary here. This tech, how does Zedd counter? Who's going to be the first in the water? This is actually very interesting. Soviet versus Soviet. We have now moved into a mid game. Nothing too crazy happened in the opening. I don't think either player's lost more than a couple units. But now Legend out with a Kirov, and that's why I was saying we move into a mid game. What's the move and what's the counter? And Legend brings out a super early Kirov. Zedd builds a flak cannon out of position. Flak tracks a little late to the party. Try and get over there to slow down that Kirov. Good use. Noticing that, hey, we're moving into a mid game. Legend embraced the tech race. He got his Kirov out, and he's going to get some damage done with it. Going to take that War Factory, more than likely. Ooh, at least the War Factory. Yikes. And big chain reaction from this Oil Dirk if he can get it. It looks like he will. Oh, and Legend pushes in the Deso behind to take out those flaks. And Legend's got plenty of money. I don't know why he wouldn't send another Kirov right now. Ooh, dangerous position for that Deso, and Zedd dives on the radiation to take it out. Dreadnought coming now, and a lot of tanks, and Zedd's scrambling. He's pulling his pockets out, looking for a trick, looking for a backdoor. He knows how to stay alive as long as he can, but staying alive, unfortunately, is not going to win this battle. He needs to be looking how to counterpunch, how to slow Legend down right now, and that's going to be very, very difficult. He decides to answer with his own Navy and his own Kirov. We'll see if this works. Deso pushing on that backside, and that was pretty heads up. Legend brought the conscripts in with him to try to fodder for that Deso. Didn't get the Deso in, and Zedd is able to get a squid out. Legend probably should have tried to control that water better, and Zedd's counterpunch would be nice here. Oh, good chain reaction, and taking a radar and taking an oil. That's a good hit for Zedd. He's got to be happy with that. He has neutralized the naval threat, has that dreadnought neutralized with the squid. How is the tank battle coming right now? It looks pretty even right now, honestly. Neither player certainly has anything to push, and Zedd sees an opening and pushes in here, takes some tanks. Legend gets a few tanks out of position. Legend going for the back door. Legend getting his pathing a little bit out of control here. Doesn't seem super familiar with this map, although as I say that, he brings a beautiful pincer, pinching from both sides now. Rhinos on the left with the Iron Curtain. Rhinos in the back side as well. As I'm questioning Legend, Legend says, "Do not question me. Do not question me, Mr. Booth commentator." Although Zedd is on Legend's back door, takes the MCV, takes the Iron Curtain, and he's gonna have to run. So both players went into each other's bases, in and out missions. Now let's see how the dust has settled here. The dust has settled with pretty even tanks. Zedd has a Dreadnought. Legend doesn't have an MCV. Legend's got one War Factory and no barracks. And Legend, I think, has to push. Legend's gonna fall behind without this MCV. Legend had a big hit in the back of Zedd's base, but Zedd needs to get away from that Oil Dirk. Ooh, takes a lot of splash damage there. And if Zedd can hold on, Zedd just needs to hold on. Zedd just needs to survive right now, and bringing his tanks away from his sentry guns is not the move. He's got 6K. It's time to turtle in, Zedd. If you can hang on, bring the Deso to the front line. Where's the Tesla coil? Where's the sentry gun? Here comes Legend. He knows it's his only chance. Legend trying to push using his Boris. He's got some Desos. He's got some Rhinos. Zedd picks up an Elite, and Legend doesn't have enough to push. And this Deso and this Dreadnought should be able to get some work done here. Wow. Wow. This has been absolutely nuts. And now Legend calling the militia, rounding up the conscripts and some Tesla troopers. Oh, Legend does have a barrack. Sorry, I mixed that up. And Zedd just trying to find an opening for this Dreadnought, and it's being hard countered by all this flak. Zedd now bringing up some Desos. Zedd on 10K. Legend now bringing in a lot of conscripts. They do need to be dealt with. Conscripts do have guns, contrary to popular belief. Zedd now... Oh, and Legend pushing at the conscripts. He is able to gun those conscripts down. Not going to get too much done for Legend. And Legend pretty much with nothing left right now. Zedd was able to hold on. And Zedd now has an MCV. He's got a battle lab. He's got a war factory. He's got everything at his disposal. He controls the water. And it's just going to be a slow death for Legend. And we do have a few minutes left in the game. Plenty of time for Zedd to close this out. And Zedd takes home the first win. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Oh my god. Yup. Oh my gosh. Paf, that's right. Whatever Quas says really matters. Wow, wow, wow. That was big. I kind of lost track at that. You know, Legend had a really nice split there. He brought that really beautiful split on both sides. He iron curtain to the top. He got in the back of Zedd's base. It seemed like that was just going to be detrimental, but Zedd was able to get downfield, destroy his MCV, and then somehow that attack from Legend it didn't get as much done as it needed to, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, I was having a hard time keeping up. That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. Yeah, so Zane, Berg and Gino won. Or Berg and Gino played, and Berg beat him the first time. Now the question is if Gino wants to continue on instead of Berg, but I don't think Gino's really feeling the tournament, so I think Zane's going to get a free win because of Berg dropping out, but we'll get into it. We'll figure it out. All right, all right. Man, what an absolute treat. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. I'm like trying to catch up. Okay. So, we do move on to an allied versus allied now, and that Soviet versus Soviet, I mean, on paper, that's where Legend should get his win. You know, Soviet versus Soviet, a lot of tank control kind of stuff. But like we talked about, the key for victory was Zedd not playing Legend's game, and he did. He was able to. Zedd really played his mid game well. He neutralized Legend's Navy. He got a nice Kirov hit. It looked really, really good. Hats off to Zedd, looking super strong. All right, so now we see we got Legend in the bottom right, and Legend gonna come up for gonna beat him to that top plateau. Zedd kind of questioning his strategy here. It's kind of an interesting build. It looks like maybe Zedd's gonna be trying to look for early Navy or something. Hard to say. He's got some Grizzlies, he's got some Rockies, but Legend's out with the first Eagle. Little Rocky battle. Ooh, and a super early Prism Walk. Oh, but countered by Zedd very, very quickly. Should be able to get that that Prism Tower down. Those GIs are going to be devastating. Really good use of the GIs. These Yuri GIs are nothing to be joked about, that's for sure. But Zedd up on that cliff. Oh, wants that power plant, is able to get it. Gonna pull back to his Prism Tower. Needs to get an IFV in this group. Got the Eagles coming now. Ah, if Zedd had that third Eagle, it's gonna come down to the AFC wars. Keep your eyes on those AFCs, ladies and gentlemen. That's where it's gonna be big. Legend's gonna push in here. Zedd leaves his Prism Tower undefended. Zedd's got a lot exposed up there. Both players broke now, trying to fund these frontline attacks. Gets very, very expensive, and it often comes down to who has the deeper pockets. Oh, but Zedd opts to hit the Prism Tower instead of the AFC, and now he's going to get backdoored on his own AFC. Would be incredibly unfortunate for Zedd to lose his AFC right now. We still don't see any anti-air from Zedd. Okay, Zedd out now with an IFV. Legend targets it with the Rockies and takes it down. And Legend going to go back to work. Another IFV out now from Zedd. On the front lines, we have both players pushing in. Legend way up on Grizzlies right now. Couple pillboxes, Sentry goes down. Those Rockies getting a lot of chip damage, and another Prism Tower, and Legend forced to pull out. All right, and now Legend pushing in with his own IFV, a little late to the party for Legend. Those IFVs getting some damage, or those Rockies gonna pull out now. So now Zedd up on money. Zedd on 6 oils. Whoa. Legend only on 3 oils. Legend's got to make something happen right here. If Zedd can hold on as we move into the mid game, Zedd will have a massive advantage with his economy right now, but Legend's got to get something done with this push. He's managing those IFVs nicely, forces him to pull out those Rockies. Now ulting the War Factory. Does get the War Factory, but pays a pretty heavy cost. Legend loses most of his army and just does not have the economy to be funding this attack. Now Zedd pushing in with the Rockies, gonna take the AFC on the top side. Legend not without much ado. Does get a paradrop on the top side from Legend, trying to look for something downfield, trying to get crazy. That paradrop's not going to be enough. Does have those Rockies up there to counter. And Zedd's got his own paradrop up on the plateau, takes out the AFC, and now Zedd bringing on the Anaconda, circling and constricting Legend with his oil digs and his Prism Towers. And Legend continues to look for the counterpunch on the left side, just trying to make something happen, trying to distract Zedd, or potentially get lucky with something. Couple IFVs in the back of the base targeting the power. And nothing to defend himself with on the backside for Legend. So Zedd pumping the brakes now, assessing the situation. You know, this is a top-level player like Legend. You don't want to get reckless. You don't want to get baited into something. Slow it down. You have everything going for you. Assess, and then drop the hammer. Balth, that's absolutely right. Zedd is handing out lessons. Get your notebooks out, ladies and gentlemen. Zedd, and as a reminder, guys, Zedd did win his way into this tournament. Zedd won the semi-pro tournament. He had to fight blood, sweat, and tears to get into this championship tournament, or this pro tournament, and here he is, beating the pros. Warrior. Slowly. Battle Lab now from Zedd. Yeah, I'd like to see Zedd kind of drop the hammer. Like I said, there's no reason to delay things too long. 4 Eagles. Yeah, let's do something with the Eagles. Make something happen here. Continue the Prism Walk. He's got 20k. Continue the Prism Walk. Build some more Grizzlies. Oh, and Legend. This would be a pretty nice... Oh, I thought Legend was going to try to target his own oil to take that Battle Lab. But Zedd's kind of baiting him a little bit. Oh, this would actually be pretty big. Okay, Legend. Okay, Zedd. Okay, buddy. We get it. We get it. You're trying to trying to make it a little entertaining for us. Time to drop the hammer, buddy. Zedd making this a little bit interesting. Legend going down swinging. Not going to give this point up easily. You got to love that from these top players who never give up. Always looking to entertain us. Certainly. 4 Eagles coming in. Hit the barracks to slow them down a little bit. IFVs on the top side for Legend. Yeah, it takes out a second War Factory from Zedd. But with those IFVs gone, the Rockies are going to push in now. A lot of Rockies from Zedd. Zedd has a nice Prism Walk. He's got the Grizzlies. A couple AFK Rockies. With a lead like this, you don't even need all the Rockies to be shooting, honestly. Hits the MCV, hits the AFC. Legend's got a handful of Grizzlies left. Maybe, you know, the other thing too is Streamlabs. Everyone says Streamlabs was way harder on your computer than OBS. Maybe I switched to OBS. I know, I've checked for overheating issues. It's not overheating issues. So, I've checked all this easy stuff to check. All right, computer's running again. We're back in it. We got Zedd in yellow in the bottom right. We got Legend in red in the top left. All right, let's get back into it here. Zedd taking his first 2 victories, winning the Soviet versus Soviet very, very closely, and then winning Allied versus Allied pretty decisively, honestly. Let's see if Legend decides to go crazy here, or if Legend's going to try to keep his composure, try to beat Zedd straight up. As I say that, Legend bringing out a whole mess of conscripts, try to get something done. Ooh, he's countering that barracks. Look at that barracks in the bottom right. Oh, that dog was countering well. Zedd does bring out a pillbox. Zedd now bringing out his own GIs. He knows Legend's trying to bring something crazy. Gonna try to counter with some GIs. Gonna counter with some Grizzlies. And as usual, it looks like we're gonna have some quick, fast action here. Yeah, Zedd is a very defensive player, yeah. Ooh, and gonna drive those Grizzlies right in. They are able to get into that bunker. Needs to get those Grizzlies out of there, though. Alting the War Factory, though. Tries to alt the War Factory. Ooh, and that's not great for Zedd. And another tank out of position. Ooh, and Zedd, a couple little mistakes there that have evolved into a big mistake. Loses a lot of Grizzlies. And as usual in the early game right now, Soviet has a pretty decisive opportunity to make something happen here. It's all about Allied trying to hold on if they can. GI's getting a lot of work done, but doesn't really have much behind it. Having to try to bait him a little bit, playing those Grizzlies back. Ooh, and a nice bunker on the front line from Legend. He can clean out those GIs, target that oil deer, can get a nice chain reaction. Backdoor now with the Rhinos. And Zedd's got to try to send it. I mean, just doesn't really have much to do, honestly. Yeah, Legend taking his time with this, being smart, gonna take the MCV, another barracks right on the front line. Zedd now pushing in with the Grizzlies. There they go. And we see the G's from Zedd. Oh no, real games starting soon. That banner's not right. These are real games. It got reset when the computer crashed. Sorry, all right. Those were real games, if anyone's wondering. Wasn't much of a real game, to be fair, but it was technically a real game. All right, so now Zedd picks up Soviet. We'll see what we can make happen here. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, the defensive build can be nice. I mean, it definitely has a place in Blitz. You know, on a map like this, like the plateaus, building to the plateaus gives you kind of a mid-late game advantage. But if you don't make it through the opening, then it doesn't matter. And I think, you know, the defensive builds ensure that you get into a mid-game at least. If you stretch yourself out too much and you're not able to defend yourself, your opponent takes advantage of it. We see a lot of these games end in 30 seconds, like that last one. To be fair, that was a fairly defensive build from Zedd, but Lgnd just absolutely stormed down the gate there. Lgnd, after picking up those 2 losses, Lgend's not messing around anymore. He takes home a quick win, Soviet versus Allied, and now let's see what Zedd brings here with his Soviet versus Allied. We'll see how Lgnd tries to control the tempo here. Going to bring out some early GIs, possibly defensive GIs. Looks like it's going to be some defensive GIs from Lgnd. We call that the French defense, since the French were the ones who came up with trench warfare. Oh, but if they start attacking, this is not the French defense anymore. This is no longer the French defense. All of the defenses have their own cool names, but when the GIs start pushing, that's not the French defense. These early GIs have caused people a lot of problems. In Yuri's Revenge, these GIs can be so strong. It's difficult for Soviet to know how to counter. They have a few different counters. They all have pros and cons, and it's hard to know what the best route is. And Lgnd now bringing in Eagles and Rockies, has some GIs, and a base stretch. And this is interesting for Lgnd. With a stretch like this, with an Eagle and a Rocky, Legend's going to be broke. Lgnd is going to be really, really broke. And he stretched himself out pretty thin. So Zedd wants to be looking to try to make him pay for this, but through that opening, it's not going to work because he's bottlenecked there pretty good. Ooh, and that Navy SEAL in the IFV going to be cleaning out some conscripts, maybe looking for a backdoor C4 mission. Here we come. Here we come. Keep an eye on that IFV bottom side. Eagles coming in to distract him. Little C4 knocking at your door. Misses the War Factory. Doesn't get anything for it. Well, sells the War Factory, which is going to slow Zedd down. And so Zedd looking for a counterpunch, going to go downfield, try to make something happen. He is quite a bit up on Rhinos right now. Perfect paradrop from Lgnd. Zedd needs to go past or get around. He does not want to deal with these GIs if he doesn't have to. Flax cleaning those up nicely. Prism Tower now from Lgnd, try to protect his MCV. Zedd drives right past it, goes for the War Factory. GIs on the bottom side though. Zedd does not have a counter for those GIs. And so this has devolved into a very odd minimal base trade. Could have tried to run with his MCV. A little late though. Ooh, does get the MCV out of there. And so Zedd is able to counter on the backside and pulls ahead on the attacking front. Takes the AFC, takes the War Factory. Legend's cleaning up on the bottom side with these GIs though. But Zedd is able to slow it down and counter. That Prism Tower doing some work. Goes after the power. Ooh, and that power, and that, okay, so there goes the Prism Tower. Now out with GGIs from Lgnd. He does get his War Factory out. War Factory, but Zedd targets the War Factory, and Zedd has his MCV and Connie's way up in the top right corner for some reason. Okay, so Zedd's just picking targets right now. Lgnd still has a couple GIs in the very bottom right, and a random pillbox doing way too much damage in the middle there. Okay, and Lgnd is staying so composed right now. This is a top level player. The mental fortitude he shows to be getting hit like that from all sides from Zedd, and still be able to come out of that, keep his composure, keep his build order going, has the War Factory up, and Lgnd not looking so bad right now, especially with his GIs pushing in, going to cause a lot of problems. Zedd needs to get his army down there. Zedd does not want to be giving up. You know, Zedd committed a lot to this MCV move, and he needs to get down there and take out those GGIs, but a couple of GGIs, a pillbox. How are we doing on money? Lgnd is broke, big bunker from Zedd, gonna outrange that pillbox, but the GGIs are gonna outrange the battle bunker. Okay. What does he do here? Sentry gun right in the middle. I thought he was gonna try to push behind it, but the sentry gun goes down very quickly. And both players a little chunk of money, so they can fund this. It just depends on who's gonna do what, basically. And so Zedd deciding to go up on the cliff now. Lgnd sees it coming, gets a pillbox, moves his Grizzlies over to counter, takes the pillbox, taking advantage of that cliff to try to clean out some of those infantry. And now Zedd may be looking to build oil derricks into Legend's base and target his own oil derricks. We have seen it work before. Zedd gets a couple crucial sentry guns up now. Very, very nice. And yeah, picking targets right now. Picking targets is big. Legend pulls back those Grizzlies a little bit. Doesn't have enough. Needs to bait them. This is looking bad for Legend. Very, very rough position for Legend. Too many rhinos. The elite rhino could be the nail in the coffin. Legend quits out. Wow, and Zedd takes home another one. Zedd now up 3-1. CS Pro, glad you're enjoying it, man. Me making your work life a little bit more entertaining. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm here for. Okay, okay, okay. And so match point if Zedd can take it. Legend is B-class blitz. To be totally fair, I mean, that's what we're talking about right now. Legend just doesn't really play blitz. I mean, let's just call an ace here. I mean, Zedd's playing great, to be fair, and we shouldn't take anything away from Zedd, but yeah, Legend's not taking, you know, he's not the most hardcore blitz player in the world by any means. Yeah, Belt. I think he took that pretty seriously. I thought he was coming out punching hard there, but then oh, Zedd was able to hold back, take a couple hits, and bring the counter. Hype dance? We can bring a hype dance. How about a hype tank? Let's get a hype tank. I'm feeling pretty good. You guys, we're either about to see Zedd smoke Legend or Legend mount an epic comeback. Either way, a hype tank is in order. All right. Soviet versus Allied now. Legend Soviet. I think this is the matchup where Legend did get his win already. So we'll see if we can make something happen here. A voice change too. Yeah, I'm feeling that we get a voice change.
Legend, come on, buddy. You're gonna lose to Zedd 4-1. Max is gonna make fun of you. Alf is gonna throw stuff at you.
All right, comes in now with that early Rhino, baits a couple pillboxes out of position. That's always nice. Zedd sells off the back one. Looking for some openings. Zedd bring in the Frankenstein defense, straight Grizzlies and Dogs. It can work, but it is very, very difficult. Not usually the defense we see from Zedd. Oh, here come the proactive pillboxes. A little more standard for him. CS Pro with $13. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. And the good news is that money doubles, that $13. I'm putting in $13 now. That's $26 towards next month's tournament. Got a cool new map, bunch more players. Anyone can play, by the way. If you want to play in next month's tournament, no matter what skill level you are, hop on in. Okay, here we go. First little engagement here. And Zedd's Frankenstein defense looking nice. These Grizzlies are looking strong enough to thwart Legend a little bit. You taking advantage of that paradrop, those free GIs early on in the game right now when the economy is so important, makes a big, big difference. Lucky Unicorn for Legend. Did someone do the Lucky Unicorn? Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, you guys are distracting me with all these fun Blitz token activities. Okay, now Legend looking for an opening, tries to take that back door. Zedd sees it coming though, man. Zedd is tit for tat right now. Oh, if he could snipe that oil, he'd get a nice chain reaction. And here it comes. Here it comes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. Oh my god. And yeah, that's why you don't mess with Legend, man. Whenever you think you're up on Legend, think again. Oh my goodness gracious. And so now Legend, Zedd without an MCV, Legend just needs to hold on, try to extend this game. Here come the Desos, slow things down. Do not let Zedd take the tempo in this game right now. There's no reason to. Sit back, establish yourself, collect your breath, or just shove it down his throat. Do whatever you want to do, just don't make a huge blunder. And this could be a big blunder. He does have enough rhinos for it, but if there was one way to lose it, that would have been it. But he has plenty of rhinos. Zedd's gonna go down, and we're putting on a little bit of a show here for us. These guys genuinely care about us. And now you guys all see in real time. People say, why don't you just build really, really tight in the corner? And that's why. You know, you guys were talking about Talking about Zedd's conservative build, you know, his defensive build, and that's the price you pay. In Blitz, when you don't stretch yourself out, when you don't control the map, your oil Dirks become big liabilities. And that's the issue. You get those big chain reactions, and a player like Legends is looking for that, and he's going to expose it. And, you know, and that's the price you pay for turtling in a little bit. But it has worked out for Zedd nicely throughout most of it. So, anyway, Legend was able to find the opening and make it pay for it. All right, all right. Oh, Max redeems the lucky unicorn for Legend. I'm trying to get a game 7. I'll give him the lucky unicorn. Lucky unicorn for Legend, trying to get us a game 7. These guys genuinely care about entertaining us. I could feel that right now. So Legend out now with the lucky unicorn. Should be pretty big, pretty big, pretty big. All right, so Legend now with Allied, Zedd with Soviet, and Zedd's just been giving so many good different looks right now. You don't know what to expect from him right now, and we'll see. We'll see if how Legend's feeling. I mean, this is big. If Legend loses this, he loses the match. It's game point for Zedd. All right, all right, all right. Wait, what do you mean that's it, Max? That's it what? All right, GIs from Legend now, defensive or offensive. We will see Zedd again with the conservative build. And once again, you look at that oil Dirk in the bottom right, that thing's a liability. That oil Dirk could easily take the MCV with it, but easier to defend himself. War Factory out early. What will he do about these GIs? Flak Track could be nice. We've seen, you know, there is ways to counter the other GIs with the Flak Track. Straight Rhinos could work. It's not that many GIs. He's not pushing them. The most important thing is to have it scouted. You know, you've got to have an allied player scouted. You've got to know what they're bringing. Wait, what do you mean? The magical unicorn, Max, the magical unicorn is running. He has a rainbow tail. Dude, come on, man. What else do you, what more do you want from me? That magical unicorn's OP. All right, first little engagement here. And Zedd with 3 Rhinos and Legend pushing in as the allied player like this. I mean, you're just asking to get hurt. Doesn't have his GIs in position to help him out. He overextends, so his plateau, he loses the advantage of the plateau. GI's out of position, doesn't get his pair drop off, puts that AFC in a super vulnerable position. Zedd's got the Rhinos to storm through right now. What can Legend do? I mean, what can Legend do? Taking advantage of that cliff now. So now this is a good position for Legend, because with, you know, control of that cliff, but overextending with his AFC, got a little bit greedy there. You know, a player like Legend doesn't like getting slapped around by Zedd. I wanted to kind of shove it down his throat, but Zedd made him pay for it. Zedd now looking for the back door. Legend sees it coming. You can't keep losing your AFCs early on as the allied player. They're the juicer. You got to get the Rockies. You got to get the Eagles in the game. When you lose the AFC, it really slows that down. So Legend, Legend, nice little counter punch, dives in, takes a sentry gun, and those GIs are so big right now up on that plateau. And Legend does bring some fodder in now, a couple dogs in the mix. That Rhino group is getting scarier by the second, and the big problem is right now, look at the money, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the money. Legend's going broke. Zedd's sitting comfortably. His Rhino Storm is not slowing down. Legend now out with 5 oils. Zedd's going to bring a Deso in now. Deso to counter those GIs will be nice. Legend is out pillboxing him right now. Okay, the dust has settled a little bit, and beautiful little counter there from Zedd to bring out the Tesla coil, outrange that pillbox. Very, very difficult, kind of daring Legend to make a move. Legend obviously does not have the Grizzlies to push, and so he's kind of forced to, I don't know, sell off his expansion. Oh, Prism Tower out now. Prism Tower targeting the Tesla, isn't repairing the Tesla tower, or the Prism Tower though. Now repairing. Oh, Deso, nice Deso hit from Zedd. And Zedd is spotting the openings, spotting the threats, and neutralizing them very, very nicely right now. Really, really putting on a clinic of how to counter. You know, those GIs out, he brought the Deso. He got out pillbox, he brought the Tesla coils. I love that Prism up on the hill from Legend, getting really, really nice range. And Zedd feels it. He doesn't like that Prism Tower. He says, all right, now's the time. Let's push. And stomps out the Grizzlies. Prism Tower on the hill is all he has left. So many Rhinos. And that's it. Zedd takes it home. Ladies and gentlemen, the lucky unicorn was not enough. Zedd takes it home 4-2. Wow. Zedd looking super, super strong. Super strong. All right. Now, we got a new free-for-all map. So if you guys want to join for the new free-for-all. Let's talk about this for a second. Zedd, looking OP. Honestly, you can't really take away from him. Yeah, Legend could have done some things differently, but can't take away from Zedd. He played a hell of a match there. Looking super strong. Here's the bracket now. So we are moving. Zedd moves on. So Zedd has not lost in this tournament yet. That's always nice. It is double elimination, but you don't want to lose early. So Legend now drops down to the loser bracket to play Jaz. Okay. Lloyd, you had all your money on Zedd. Way to believe, buddy. Yeah, so here's what we got going on now. So Zane moved on from Berg. Berg has the Shame Monster next to him because Berg quit out of the tournament. So Zane is moving on in the loser bracket. Legend and Jaz have to play each other down here. Let me use this. So Legend and Jaz play each other. The winner moves on to here and plays Zane. Quas and Zedd now play each other. Move on to here. The loser of this comes down here. You guys get the idea.